9 News crime and justice reporter Matt Jablow joins us live from outside that courthouse. And Matt, today the prosecution is laying out how they think she committed this crime, and it has some really upsetting additional details we hadn't heard before.
It sure does, Kim. Prosecutors say Gannon was shot to death by his stepmother. Today, they presented what seems to be a pretty compelling case. Again, a warning. Some of the testimony could be hard to hear. The hearing began with a Florida sheriff's deputy who testified that gannon-stauch's body was found wrapped in a blanket in a suitcase under a bridge near Pensacola. The cause of death was a gunshot to Gannon's jaw and a skull fracture. He had also been stabbed and had defensive wounds on his hands. A former investigator with the Colorado Springs Police Department then testified that a few days after Gannon disappeared, his stepmother, Letecia, rented a van and drove from Colorado to Pensacola with her 17-year-old daughter. At one point, the investigator said GPS showed the van stop for a few minutes at the same bridge where Gannon's body would later be found. And later in the day today, an El Paso sheriff's deputy testified that 3 weeks after Gannon went missing, a plywood board with Gannon's blood on it was found in the same wooded area where Letecia had driven shortly after Gannon disappeared. The preliminary hearing was scheduled to last 2 full days, but it wrapped up just a few minutes ago. The judge in the case said he will decide in 2 weeks whether or not to bind the case over to trial. Kim?
All right, thank you. Matt Jablow reporting.